Okay, I think I'm about ready to do this here. Let's see. So this is a little different than what I've been doing on these platforms for a while here. I'm not sure which platform you're running on. I am live streaming to multiple platforms. It looks like Facebook might be having a little bit of difficulty getting the stream right now. But in general, you guys should all be able to hear me, and eventually you'll see me in a few seconds as soon as I make sure that that is also working. And then we'll load up a finale scene, and I'll start doing this arranging job here. So we're going to be looking at some works by Monteverdi today. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trying to arrange a randomly selected work by Monteverdi for kind of a strange assortment of instruments, mostly string quartet and a trombone. So that'll be some interesting things. So let's get this cracking here. And on one of my other screens here, you can't quite see it, but I have the chant Quam pulchra es, which my Latin is kind of failing here, but it looks like how beautiful you are, or you are beautiful, or something like that, to that effect. I know I've probably studied this at one point. I have no recollection of its purpose or use. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, create some sacrilege here. Let's do it anyways here. So we'll start with a string quartet. I'm not gonna actually be able to use any of these presets in Finale if you're used to Finale at all. But I am gonna put in a trombone on top here. We'll start with that because we know very specifically we do want a trombone. So let's put in our usual customers here: violin, viola, cello, and double bass. That is our string quartet. Okay, trombone and string quartet. We'll see what we can create with this. What's interesting about this score here, there's going to be a lot of interesting complications. You guys can't see it, but the score uses a series of C clefs also. So I'm going to be using some mental gymnastics to try to transcribe the C clefs, the C clef melodies. There's also only 3 lines of it: the cantus, the altus, and the tenor. Actually, sorry, it doesn't use a C clef on it. That's weird. It starts off with 2 C clefs and a series of rests. There's no time signature or anything like that. Datum's not super unusual, this being early music, but what I can do is I think I can have some freedom with it and try to interpret it the way that I feel like it might work. So let's give it a shot here. This is going to be Monteverdi, Claudio Monteverdi. And I'm going to put my name as the arranger. Ooh, 2021. All right, cool. Let's see here. I think I can put it safely. I can put it as the key of F, relatively speaking. That's the one thing that I am sure about on the score, is that it does have a key signature that's showing up on this, and it kind of puts it into cut time. I'm not gonna put it as to cut time, because I want to make sure that my notes all kind of fit in the measures here. I'm gonna try not to do too many mental gymnastics while I'm at it here. We do have a tenor, a treble clef written with the tenor 8 on it, which is going to tell me to read it an octave lower, however. So we have a double whole note at the beginning here on the cantus. And I've got two choices I can do in this. I can give the tenor line to the trombone or the cantus to the trombone. Or I can do something else that's kind of creative. Maybe perhaps I can have that in a few different lines here. It is a double whole note. So what I'm going to have to do to fit it into my current selection for bars here. Hold on a second. I'm not sure why, but it has not doing my... It should be showing my default. This should be my keyboard shortcuts. They're not showing up the way that I'd like right now. Okay, now they are. I don't know why, but it's been a little troublesome lately. So let's give that first note. Let's do a combination of viola, cello. Maybe do a combination. No, so what I'll do is I'm going to swap the voices around. The first one I'm going to do here is going to be an F in the tenor range here with trombone. I'm going to tie it to an F because it's a double whole note. It goes up to an A. And that's our cantus there. And then let's do down here. I don't know why my reading of alto clef is not great either right now for whatever reason. There's no excuse for that. Let's give a drone to the cello and the bass. This is sacrilege right here. And actually, I'm going to have that as a suspension. Just because. Let's see where I'm going with this here. Actually, you know what? Let's keep it as a surprise. How about that? And then we have our what's that? Okay, cool. And it's kind of interesting. It's like the melody has it's almost fugue in nature because it starts in one voice and then the altus does the same thing. And then it looks like the tenor does the same thing as well. So it's almost like a fugue. Although it doesn't really look... No, it's definitely not long enough to be a fugue. That's for sure. This is only 1 page long, and yeah, this will be cool. This will be really cool to see how this works. Let's see. So let's change this one. So we're going to move to A on this. Let's do the similar pattern here. And then to the whole note F. We'll see if this works. This is a little bit random. I'm just kind of messing around with this here. This is the first time I've done anything like this live, so who knows. I imagine that I could be demonstrating a lot more theory here. We're going from C. Maybe, let's see here. Yo, Hey, I can actually see you. And your chat is like right there on the screen too. That was like pretty instantaneous. Yo, and I can chat to it. I love restream here. Let me do yo. And it's sent to both. I gotta move my. I realize I've got to move my chat over so it actually looks like kind of. Oh, that's good. Yeah, isn't it? Dude, we're notating like this chant here. Let me just hear how terrible this sounds so far. Let's hear it. Actually, it sounds really beautiful. However, it's not patching to the right audio, so I need to make sure it is doing that. Let me see what audio device I'm sending on. Audio, where are you going to? We're going to the Focusrite. Okay. So Focusrite needs to be on my stream sending here. It actually sounds really cool, but don't take my word for it. Let's see if I can send it now. It should be sending. So why is it not sending? It needs to be sending. All right. Desktop audio. Monitor off. Yes, okay. That's correct. How about... There's that. Okay. And then desktop audio. Let's turn monitoring off on both of those here and see if I can just make it happen. We're going to send. Oh, what the hell, Finale? All right. I guess I got to solve this problem now too. It is actually quite nice so far. Oh, I really want you guys to be able to hear it. Let's see. Test audio output here. It's not sending at all. Should I... Oh, I don't want to send using that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm notating this stuff here. Except it looks like it's going to... Oh, error code. Cool. Please restart Finale. Let's not have to do that, I hope. Let me try sending it to the Hammerfall DSP, HDSP. Maybe I can monitor it through that. It just might... I might be asking my Focusrite to do things, too many things. Which is fine. Let's set that to the HDSP 1 and 2 and see if it'll send. It's not going to send at all. Cool. Awesome. Even better. That's like kind of worse, actually. Let me set it up again. Our audio output should be the Focusrite. It should be at 48. That's what it needs to be at. And let me set that back. I bet that's probably the problem. Don't worry, you'll hear it eventually. This is not my first rodeo with this, believe it or not. It does work. I promise it works. It's just not right now. All right, I probably have to save this and come back to it. All right. Let's save this as Monteverdi. Okay. And I'm just going to load up Finale again from a start. Start from a stop here. Ooh, lots of windows that I didn't plan to have up there. Cool. That's my desktop. It's not that messy. That is not my art, by the way. It's just really cool background. Come on, Finale. Boot it. Focusrite things are confusing. This better work. Come on, play. It's really nice that, wow, I can hear my own voice now on... Oh, this is gross. All right, let me set this. This is really an unanticipated problem. But I have my monitor on my microphone, but not on the friggin' desktop audio for some reason. Unless desktop audio is sending to a different place, maybe. Maybe I don't have it set right. They should be set right. Let's see. Well, that's not even sending either. Okay, you know what I'm just gonna do? I'm gonna send it through Realtek speakers here, which is old school here, and I'm gonna send it through that, and then hopefully I can do that on Finale as well. And oops, wrong box here. I'll send to the Realtek. Direct sound, I think, is where I want to head for that. Oh, that might be it too, actually. Hold on. That's probably the problem right there. Let me send it to... I'll set this back here. It's probably because I'm using ASIO. There we go. All right, I want to turn this up a little bit too. Oh, goodness. The Finale instruments are really soft, by the way. I always have to crank this up so much. And then another trick I do too, it tries to make it sound really nice, but it's also pretty useless. And yes, I should be able to not need to check my work. And I'm not really, it's not really checking my work is what I'm doing. It's more just kind of demonstrating, so you're just not sitting here in silence listening to me mumble over, oh, I'm going to do this here or that here. Okay, that's all up all the way here. And let's see, there's one other place I can churn up the volume on this, and it's in the ARIA player itself. Let's see if I can edit in the ARIA player. Can I go to the ARIA player from here? Oh, whatever. I think that's as good as it's going to get. All right, let's go to get rid of this part. Yeah, that's what I want to do on that. All right, let's try it. It's not really Baroque anymore, the way that I'm doing it, but it's kind of cool sounding. And then let's keep with the next part of the melody here. We have what appears to be a whole rest in the cantus and an F in the altus. So let's adjust that. That's going to be right. Let's put the altus in the in that voice right there and put it in the viola. Oh, sorry. I gotta put F there. Maybe tie it over from there so it's now starting early. We'll see what that sounds like going into it. Cool. That's sounding really cool. I love this. It's not really Verdi anymore. I might have to change the title. But it is very much, I'm taking notes from Monteverdi's piece, Quam Pulchra S, if you're just joining us now. And I'm adjusting it. I'm arranging it for 4 voices instead of, sorry, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 voices instead of the original 3. And I'm reading the old notation a little bit. So it's kind of cool, though. So it looks like I got 1 whole note in the cantus, and then it goes into this area here. So cantus I've given so far to the trombone. Let's put half notes for the next series of notes in the cantus. And it's going to be 2 C's and an A. So we'll start with the 2 C's now. I can either use middle C or the C above it. The trombone player that I am writing for is a good trombone player, so they should probably be able to hit that note, but is it necessary? It is lining up with this one here, though, so maybe I should just give it to the cello, actually. Maybe get to the cello. All right, so these ones are going to become altus and the cantus. And the altus is now going to, let's see, altus I started right there. So maybe I put the next note of the altus here, or, yeah, so that would be an A. Then it needs to be, okay. And then the next note would be a G. And then what I could do here, let's bring this up to A, F, and then to A, and then let's bring that down to something like da. See what that does to it. It may not quite work with what's coming up in the next part of it, but it's just something I'm going to work with here. And then F and A there. Don't. Let's do 2 half notes. I don't want to move around. Let's start with that for the time being. Let's hear a little bit of what's going on with this. So I'm going to save this too. By the way, you want to save like all the time when you're working on something. Save it. That's kind of cool. All right, so I was giving we had a whole rest there, and I'm giving the altus to the trombone now, or a variation on the altus. And we have altus in 2 voices here. Maybe have it running parallel to the viola. Shh, you didn't hear me say that. Don't tell Verdi. Don't tell my theory professors either. This is only published on all of my social media platforms right now, with the exception of Facebook, which is twiddling its thumbs for whatever reason. Thank you, Restream, for helping me with that. All right, so if I'm doing that, that's going to be C, E, G. I can put it right here. And that's going to go to this right here. Cool. Let's try it. I might actually want to see if I can put a vocal on this part, actually, if it is really coming out the way that I am trying to do it here. So now I got to keep track of where my notes are. It looks like I'm in the... I have the cantus running in the cello voice here. This is going to C. And that's going to be C, 2 C's there, which is essentially have done. But let's give it... Yeah, what, a whole note C, or is it 2 half note C's? Should be 2 half note C's. So actually, let's do 2 half note C's, and then an A, and then a B flat, tied over the bar line. And then we have a half note. Let's see here. So I can probably say that this might be another statement of our 2 C's here. So maybe make that a quarter note. Or sorry, that's a B flat, actually. Maybe I start the 2 C's here for them. Or sorry, that's a D. I gotta read my clefs right here. Let's see, that might be too dissonant. Let's see. Cool. That's kind of awesome. What's this note here? Let's see how this goes. This is a D, a B flat. That's a B flat, D, A. Could do a B flat down there, maybe. And do a shorter version of the melody, or I can, you know what I'll do here? I didn't quite give it at all to the bass yet, so let me give the bass melody the quam pulchra s here, because it hasn't materialized 3 times yet. So maybe what I'm going to do here is let's give it yeah, it's a double whole note quam pulchra. This is just whole notes though on it. Let's see. And then maybe have in this voice, because the trombone voice has already had that, maybe have the trombone voice give that one beat later than give the eighth note melody one beat later. So we have like, or 2 beats later. Let's give it 2 beats later. What did I do for violin so far? C. Not once have I done the cantus in that voice, so I'm going to try, let's try doing that also. And then and then this is the viola is already, I believe, already done the opening statement, so we can go into that next part here. Oops. So the next part for the viola now is going to be these a half note with the tenor now. C, C, A, B flat. Oops, what am I doing here? That's right. And, B flat is a dotted half, and then we have A, G, 8 notes. Cool. Save, of course. It's very kind of modern treatment to this melody here. I might have to say it's a variation on Quam Pulchra S at this point. Let's change the title of this. This is no longer Quam Pulchrum S. This is a variation on That's more like it at this point. I don't think I can call it Pulchrum S anymore. Quam Pulchrum S. Let's put quotation marks around it. It's very different now. My stream name might be wrong now too. All right. Quick play. Don't ask me why I'm doing that. I just want to. All right, we're at where are we in this? We've reached the B flat in the cantus. So let's see, what was the last voice to reach the B flat? It's been a while since I've done anything in the trombone voice that's relative to it. So maybe I gotta jump back to the trombone voice here and try to put in a B flat. So I'll just make this shorter. That works. That's good on that. That'll work. And then we had a lot of these other voices have already made it to there, to the B flat. And I think the what was the first voice? The alto was the first voice to make that jump. So we can go A, G, A, G, A. And then half note. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's adjust this one here. Violoncello or violin. Let's see. Violin's going to go. Let's have violin start doing its version here. We'll do it in the extreme high register of the violin here. A, C. A. Two, three, G. Is that right? No, B flat. Let's see what I want to do in the bass relative to that. Bass and cello. And then, of course, a little bit of bass love there. That's going to be the start of it in there. I want to start doing the cantus in the bass there, I think. Maybe I need to do the... I'm going to start doing it in earnest on this first. It's got to be bum. And then bum. Bum. It's got to be two of those pedal Fs there. And then we go to A. And then B flat. And then pedal F. Oh, did I do G first? F, A, G, B flat. So F, A, F, A, G, B flat. Or no, F, A, G, F. And then we have our we'll set up a pedal point here. It doesn't have to be a rest, but it should be different from the melody there. So let's do that. And then let's try this a little bit here. We have it in the cello too, kind of mimicking. Let's see, it's going to go to... Let's see what I can do here. And so I got up to the C there. It's going to the dotted half note C. Let's make it go on from there. Good. And then this is the C there. Let's see if I want to maybe do a suspension or something funny there. Let's try. That could work. This is really beautiful. This is coming out way better than I would have hoped for. Okay, so let's, I've gotten to what part of this cantus now? Up to Ra, and it quam deco, quam decoret, quam decoret, quam pulchra es, amica, amica mea. Let's try. I just want to listen one last time to this. Looks like I've been streaming for a total of 50 minutes also. I'll just want to point out to you that I am available to stream on multiple different platforms here. So I'm just going to, at the conclusion of this session, what I'll do is I'll put up, actually do it. Is this it? No, that's not it. Never mind. I thought for sure I could put up on the screen my social media following areas and stuff like that. If you're watching on Twitch, then awesome. You already know where that is. If you haven't seen the YouTube on that, there's a link to my YouTube on there. And I don't think anybody's watching it on Facebook because their Facebook hasn't responded to the sending of the data from OBS. So who knows exactly. But I'll be rounding out the hour in about 9 minutes. We'll be wrapping things up. So definitely hit the follow if you enjoyed this. I know I'm having a good time with it. And I don't know, it doesn't bother me whether people are watching it or not in it. It just seems like a really fun time for me. So I'm going to continue doing this myself, but, and also continue saving impulsively. But if you like it, then come in and watch some more. Okay. Here. Lovely. All right. I'm going to put the melody in the trombone voice exclusively here with a drone underneath it. So let's do from the B flat in Monteverdi's melody. Actually, we went all the way out to Decora, right? I think so. In what voice? Yes, that would be to F as a whole note, and then G as a whole note. Dun. And then we have an open. I'm going to just do that, and then we go to G. Let's cut it into half time, like the original should have been. And then we have two Fs. Oops, I'm not doing the right clef here. And then okay, so that would be the not augmented, but the diminished rhythms there. Diminished rhythm or smaller rhythm. We'll see what that sounds like against the... I think I picked the right drone. Okay. That could be okay. Let's see what this does here. Yeah, come on in. I'm in the last 2 minutes. Go ahead. Guys, I'll play this for you one more time and then I'm going to log off. Here you go. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you guys again soon. We'll do this again.